Hades is an ex-guardian meets a mage in the form of the god of death. His kit is extremely basic, but he has subtleties that allow you to min-max the effectiveness of your hour-long cooldowns. All of Hades' abilities are augmented when you hit an enemy that has your passive applied to them, Blight. Blight by itself doesn't actually do all that much, but it's his entire passive. When you hit an enemy with a basic attack or any ability, they become blighted for 8 seconds, reducing their int and strength by 5%. Wow. Anyways, let's get on with his good abilities. His first ability is Death from Below, a leap that allows him to travel a distance, dealing damage where he emerges in an area of effect. If this hits a blighted enemy, they're slowed. His second ability, Shroud of Darkness, silences all enemies in a cone in front of him. This does no damage, but if the enemy has blight applied to them, it fears them instead. It's great for interrupting channels, and more importantly, applying blight. His third ability, and the ability you're going to cast the most, is Devour Souls. It deals damage in a small area, and if you hit a blighted enemy, they explode in a small AoE, dealing additional damage, and healing Hades and any allies nearby. If any enemies are also hit by the blighted explosion, it'll chain the explosion further, so you can hit 2 minions and it'll chain to other blighted enemies kind of deal. This ability and all Hades' other abilities do modest damage, but importantly, Devour Souls heals a lot of health. This is important as Hades is the type of mage that you play in mid or solo and try to win by 1,000 cuts. You want to poke, heal, until the opponent presents yourself with an opportunity to use your best ability and your ultimate move, Pillar of Agony. Pillar of Agony is Hades' most iconic ability, and it's easy to see why. He becomes immobile, CC immune, gains a bunch of buffs like Flat Pen and increased protections, and starts pulling all nearby enemies towards him in a giant circle, dealing damage every second. This deals a really good damage, but that's not all. After casting his ultimate, you can cast any of your other abilities again with another added effect. If you recast your 1, you'll travel to your target location, doing the thing your 1 does, but also making your ult last 2.5 seconds from that point onward. So you can effectively fully channel your ult, cast your ult's 1, and then you get an additional free 2.5 seconds of your ultimate. And this is often what I find to be the most effective choices. Recasting your 2 fears everyone in the circle, and it can be used to try and keep yourself alive, as people inevitably focus Hades down, especially crit ADCs when he's ulting, that or they run away from you. Recasting your 3 uses your 3, but with a much larger area, the entire ult area dealing burst damage and healing as you'd expect. Though his kit is really simple, you want to look for good ways to force your opponent's mobility spell, or beads or Aegis or blinks, so you can all-in them with your ultimate, and late game, you're a force to be reckoned with, because Hades is fully capable of deleting people inside of his ult. When you're playing lane, you want to start with your 3, and you want to walk right up to the minion wave and auto-attack it to apply Blight to all the minions, and then just use your 3 to one-shot it. He has really good early lane clear. Once you get your 1 or your 2, you can use your 1 or your 2, preferably your 2 because it's safer and you don't use your dash, to apply Blight to the whole wave, and then just smash your 3 in the middle and just one-shot the entire wave. You use that great clear to harass your opponent with auto attacks because your cooldowns are really long. So that's going to help a lot. But anyways, that's a short guide on Hades. Please like, comment, subscribe for more guides and gameplay.